All right, so everyone, we are meeting with Erdi now. And what's your agency name again? I'm sorry, What's that?
The Cochrane.
Oh, okay. And tell us
Yes.
a little bit about the types of clients that you work with, because I know we don't
generally lead gen service-based clients doing the lead gen, like B2B law firms, kind of home service.
Awesome. Give us a little bit about your background, all that stuff, how you came to be.
Actually, we are doing this for so many long years, like more than 10 or 12 years. And
Wow.
Typically our clients are staying with us minimum 2-3 years. And they like to work with the long term with the one agency if they like the results always.
Yep.
And our main thing was Google, but in the last years this changed to the Facebook ads.
Yes, yeah. So we've done similar, right? At ClickSkeet, we pivoted to Facebook ads, Google ads. We do a lot of GHL stuff too, the voice AI agents. Just anything really useful to our audience is kind of what we got into. Google ads still our primary, like we love doing it.
Yeah.
Google just keeps shooting themselves in the foot with all the different things they keep rolling out that don't work. So a lot of the stuff too, and we talked about this in my school a few times, Google Ad School, was local service ads, right? I think local service ads has the potential to be an amazing product if Google would just pull its shit together and get it to work properly. Do you guys run local service ads?
Yes, sometimes our clients are using local service. Yes.
Yeah, so I don't know if you've experienced this like we have, but local service ads, they're like hit or miss. Like we'll get them started and they'll be going hot, generating a lot of calls, really cheap calls, like $30 plumbing calls, and then all of a sudden it just nosedives after 3 or 4 months and it's done. And it's hard to come back. So
sometimes working pretty well for some niches or some clients, sometimes it's not.
Yeah, yes.
It's just, you are waiting and you are looking for some calls and, still some bad things or frauds is happening.
Yep. Yeah, so I don't know why that keeps happening, but if they can just figure out and just keep it steady, they would have an amazing product that people would flock to.
Actually, what we are doing, Rob, if client is able to spend money in the Google search ads, then we are saying this is option 1. Of course, Google search ads are here. But if you cannot afford it, then record some videos and start with the Facebook ads, because you can manage your competition with a lower budget. And this can give you the entry point for your market. Yeah.
Definitely. That's actually a great idea. We bundle it where it's just like a free sweetener, right? Because we know it's not it's a good to get it started in a search campaign while that ramp up period first 30 days is going. You can do local service ads and do that and kind of sweeten the pot a little bit. But that's primarily what we're doing. Now when it comes to Facebook ads, are you guys doing lead forms? You doing messenger funnels? Like what kind of Facebook ads?
All kind of things, e-commerces, lead forms, any kind of Facebook ads thing. Like sometimes messages. One of our clients is getting 15 or 20K message per month, kind of. So it's like almost everything.
And in your school, which is Ad Success Academy, right?
Yeah, correct.
It's on school. I'll put a link in the description below this video for that. Join. Tell us a little bit about your school, like what's taught in there. Community.
This is the Ad Success Academy, and basically we are focusing to help you to have your first successful campaign.
Awesome.
So that's why it's Ad Success. For example, we are understanding your goal, and when you join, we are doing a free audit call with you in the 30 minutes. And if you like, there's a path, then I'm saying you can start with the Google ads, or if it's not available for you, you can start with Facebook ads. And this is the exact framework how I'm doing for my clients. So you can do by yourself, and many people are getting their first successful results this way. So you can view my testimonials and other things.
Yeah, that's really cool, especially when someone's brand new too. And I find this all the time, just from years of having courses out there on Teachable, and now we do school. But when people they dip their toe in the Google Ads water, they get scared because it's so scary looking, right? The dashboard keeps constantly changing. It's overwhelming. They don't know what's going on. So I think that's really cool that you guys have an onboarding call where
For example, I'm saying that do not learn everything at the beginning. Have your first successful campaign, then continue to learn.
Yeah.
Then something can drive you money.
That's a good strategy. Yeah.
Yeah, when
People get
something
overwhelmed.
brings you money. Yeah, they trying to learn conversion tracking, server side, Google Analytics, everything, but no need. Just build your first campaign, know your messaging, know your audience, ICP kind of. Then just start, get your results, leads, messages, deal with them, close some sales. You'll be happy. Then you can learn. We are always here. The communities are here.
Yeah. Yep. I think that's great. And I've
Yeah.
tried, even in my courses too in school, I've tried to simplify. I try to simplify as much as possible. It's like, listen, Google Ads is the easy part, right? It's just about how to choose the right keywords, how to use the right match types, and getting the traffic is easy. The really secret sauce, the piece.
It's a relevancy game. You are paying money for the traffic and your headlines and keywords are relevant, then it works.
Yep. And then you just have to work on your landing page if it doesn't work. That's the easiest too. So it's only really two pieces. Is people overcomplicate it with like diving deep into all these crazy metrics and this and that. I don't care. I just want leads.
Yeah, no need. And always you can just check some of your competitors, what is working for them, and you can apply something similar. You can get inspiration, and then of course that works.
Yeah. Absolutely. So I try to do it that way too. And in our agency, ClicksGeek, I try to, our team are all trained on how to just simplify.
Yeah, I know you for the very long time. We are so old. I think you have more than 15 years, right?
Yeah. Long time.
Kind of.
We started on YouTube. Our agency channel, ClicksGeek, started on YouTube like 10 years ago, 11 years ago. And it's been crazy, man. Like it's just,
yeah, I know.
You know? Like I see your stuff all the time too. Like it's really cool. It really isn't that big of a community, of the people whose faces you see in all the thumbnails. So it's pretty cool to talk to someone who's also in there doing it.
Yeah, and with these communities, people can find who or what kind of people they are looking for, what kind of expectations they can have. So this is a good way to show our agencies in the background and tell them, this is our experience. This is our thing. If you like it, you can do.
Yeah. So I got a good question for you. What's your favorite niche to be in lead generation?
I love B2B. If something is serious, dinosaur level, B2B style, I love that.
Yeah.
Law firms, immigration things, or real estate, B2B commercial real estate.
Yeah.
Finance, the loans, some online banks. I love the B2B things.
Very cool. That's awesome. Yeah. So we don't really do too much. We don't do too much B2B.
You like? Yeah.
We do B2C, like heavy B2C.
I see.
So, I like B2B. I just haven't had the opportunity to do much of it, which is unfortunate.
For example, what happened to me? So before 5 years, Queen was alive. 5 or 7 years, let's say.
Yeah.
In the UK, Queen Elizabeth was alive, and one of our clients scaled a lot. They scale up again, scaled up again, scaled up again. So this thing drive to me so many new law firms.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and the B2B crazy game started.
That is crazy, man.
Yeah, then something happened in the Beverly Hills for real estate, and then this drives us to new real estate guys in the B2B commercial level.
That's wild. So we primarily do a lot of, like, my favorite all time, my favorite niche all time is, it sounds stupid, but it's probably like dumpster rentals. Like dumpster rental companies, I think they're just so, and believe it or not, auto glass, like chip repair, mobile auto glass repair.
Yeah.
All of that stuff is just so easy. I love doing it. They're the best clients because they don't really email in to bog down support with stuff, because it's just like you turn a campaign on and it's like rocking and rolling in 30 days. Usually within 7 days. But those like two smaller niches are probably my favorite. We have a lot of guys in that. I do like water damage too. We have a lot of guys in water damage, only because like the LTV is so huge for the clients. You know what I mean? If someone has a water coming through their basement ceiling, it's going through insurance. It's like a $25,000 job. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For example, this year we got the killer results with local insurance, and now we are accepting so many local insurance clients.
That's awesome. I love insurance. I started out in insurance, health insurance. Yeah.
You start your own company for insurance.
That's crazy.
All right.
No, I didn't start my own. I worked for a company and I was doing the PPC. This is like 12 years ago for the insurance company. And that's how I got started. It's insane because it's such a competitive niche, but I feel like it's back then the leads were so cheap, it was unbelievable.
Actually, I think our approach is based on the direct response messaging and talking something with relationship builder. For example, if you are watching a video and if your insurance agent says you like that, you are not policy for us, you are also our neighbor. So it's making sense, and you are applying for a lead, or you are looking for to do something, buy something for that guys.
Yeah. All right, I love that, man. That's very cool.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pivot, and I'm gonna go into a tool we created. Right?
Yes. Let's talk about the keyword me.
Yeah. So I created this tool about almost a year ago now, and we've been using a version of this in our agency, ClickSkeek, for the last, I don't even know, 5 years maybe. We had it developed, and it was a very rudimentary version of this where we can go through the search terms report and just pluck out the root negative keywords, add them to a big list, then add it as negatives. Instead of the old way of doing it with spreadsheets and third-party tools and match typing stuff and all that. So I built this thing, and it's really awesome. So I want to show it.
Dealing with these terms is very, hard stuff to do in a long time.
It's a huge pain, yes. So this thing is a huge time saver. And the biggest thing about it is that anyone watching, if you're an agency, it allows you or your team to move through accounts faster. Okay, this is how. At one point, there was one point where just Ed and I, my partner, and before we had any employees, and I was running like 50 campaigns a day with just one tool. So now our internal team uses it and all this other stuff, but we've released it publicly. So I want to show you an example here and kind of go through how to go through what it does pretty much, right? And how
let's see.
All right, so let me share my screen. All right, so
now I'm seeing your screen.
You got my screen, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, so here's what the tool looks like. It's a simple Chrome extension, right? So you can toggle it on. You can do all of your match types. Your list will be displayed in here, and I'll show you guys that in a minute. You can download
me. Bump me with your keywords.
That's right, keyword me, just like beer me.
Yeah.
All right, so you can name and download your list. So which is extremely useful if you are an agency who's working in one niche. Let's say all your clients are pest control. You can literally build one giant list of negative keywords, then put that into every one of your clients easily. So that's an extremely useful feature. And then this is probably one of my favorite ones. It's just being able to paste keywords into here, and you hit add keywords, and it adds them into your main thing here. We can copy, paste, download the lists that you have after you match type them. So let's go through the first use of this tool, which is for negative keywords. I have a client account here, which is a landscaping guy. Hold up. So we go into his campaign, you go into the search terms, and the first thing we're going to do is kind of start scrolling and look for keywords that we don't want, right? We're going to pull out the root negative keywords. So if we scroll down, okay, we have some Chinese symbols here, so we're going to grab that. All you're going to do is click and drag and highlight, right? And it adds it into the tool. From there, again, you can match type it to whatever match types you want your list to be in.
Automatically adding, right? When you just do that.
Very cool. So, and I like to build my list in phrase match, my negatives, so I'm going to keep that.
Me
then
too.
Scrolling down, and I'll grab like the word average, right? So you just click it, it highlights yellow, adds it to your list. So you can see you're able to start moving through search terms way faster than before. Okay, this was a total game changer when it came to...
guys, it's very important for the agencies. Every day we are dealing with 10K search terms.
Exactly. So you can kind of move through and just pluck out the bad stuff. There's no third-party match typing. There's none of the spreadsheets, like copying a keyword and putting it into a Google sheet. None of that stuff. So you can grab out pieces of keyword, best way to, right? And just phrase match, get rid of that. There's a lot you can do with it. And this is how you move through how do. So like how do you, all this stuff. Then it simply adds it to your tool. Let's say I went through all my search terms. You copy them. Then we'll go drop them right into negative keywords. Just like this. And that's how you can bang through your search terms and grab negative really, really quickly. Okay. Now that's the first use of the tool. And again, you can remove individual keywords. You can copy individual keywords, whatever you want to do with that. You can match type them, whatever you want to build your lists. So feature one is moving through the negative search terms. Now, feature two is in the search terms as well. And this is pretty important, right? A lot of people don't even do this, but it's basically coming into your search terms and looking at keywords that are converting and you're not currently bidding on them, right? So you can see here, I have some keywords and they're turning on leads for us, and we're not bidding on them, right? So for example,
Yeah.
for this one, I would want to grab that. I'm going to clear my list first.
Also, Google is giving us some recommendations. This should be in phrase match or exact match, right? In the search term department.
Yep, definitely. So I'm going to grab that and I'm going to add it to my ad group. But first, I'm going to make it phrase and exact match because this keyword already sent us a lead. It was a cheap lead for this client. I'm going to go in and I'm going to put it in the tree service ad group.
Yeah.
When I find that ad group. There we go. Tree services. And I'm just going to paste it and drop it right in there. Very easy. And now we've added a keyword that was sent us a lead and we weren't currently bidding on it. You can expand your campaigns that way. Now, this piece of the tool is my favorite part, okay?
Yeah.
This is expanding your ad groups. You can take this ad group by ad group. So, for example, we'll stay in tree services. You're going to click the blue plus here, and it's going to come up with Google suggestions, right? Now, all of these aren't great, but some of them are really good. Okay, so you got to cherry pick the keywords you want to add. So let's say tree service ad group. I'll take tree service near me. Keep scrolling down and see if there's anything else I can pull out of here. I don't know if there will be, but affordable tree service, best tree service, affordable. Right, let's keep going. Local tree service. All right, cool. So I'll take those. Now, obviously, you want to work your way through and take your time and not rush through it. But then all you're going to do, copy the keywords. We're going to come into the tool. We're going to come up to the menu, add keywords. You're going to paste your keywords in, hit add keywords. Then you're going to match type them. So I add my keywords to my campaigns as phrase and exact match. Copy them, paste them right in there.
Yeah.
Hit save. And now you've just expanded your ad groups. When it lets you. All right. It's not letting me do these ones for some odd reason, and I'm not going to appeal it, but hit save. There you go. And now you're adding keywords. You can do that ad group by ad group. And there's a couple other really cool things this thing could do, but for the most part, it's helping you expand your campaigns and manage them faster, move through accounts faster, move through client accounts with the negative keyword function. We are building out some AI features that are going to be rolled out in the next 30 days. One of them, which is which is my favorite, is it's going to be a competitor list name puller. So you'll be able to enter a keyword, say for this campaign is tree service. I would put like tree service and then the location, say Atlanta, and it will give me a list of competitor names in Atlanta who show up for tree service. Good. And then I can pull out the names individually, like the root names.
Just from their active ads on Google, right?
Yeah, not ads. It's pulling from maps. Okay, so it's pulling all of the top 75 competitors right from maps, and it will be displayed in your tool here. And then you can just match type them and copy or download the list and add it into your campaigns.
I see.
So you don't have to go through and waste money spending on competitor terms.
Yeah.
And, you can just pull it before the campaign even launches and have all your competitor names in there and not to worry about it. And there's a couple other things coming down the pike, but for the most part, I want the biggest takeaway to be for everybody is this helps you move through accounts faster.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because the main thing in the Google searches, how we are optimizing, it's taking time to define keywords from the search terms, add something positive, add something negative, create new ad groups. So it's hard thing to deal, and this tool making some things easier, of course.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I mean, once you start using it, it's kind of, and it's crazy. When I was in beta with it in my school group, I had a bunch of people who were just messaging me. They're like, this thing is oddly addicting. Yeah. Because once you start using it, it's hard to go back, man. I mean, it's like, what are you going to do? Check boxes and then, put them in the spreadsheets and use AdWords.
Sometimes you are using spreadsheets, notes.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass to do that. So it's pretty cool. So if anyone wants to take it for a spin, there's a free trial period. Yeah. Anyone can do that. And you can go through Erdi's school or this video.
So what kind of free trial we have?
It's 7 days, and you can use any of the features you want.
And the pricing is $12 per month?
It's very cheap. It's $12 a month per license. And you can switch that license between different devices. So, for example, in my office down here, I have a desktop computer and I have a laptop that I use upstairs when my kids are not bothering me. And if I want to come down in the basement, I can go into the web app, just log in, I can switch the device and move it down to my computer down here, and then I can use the plugin down here. So you can move it around.
No, it's very good to optimize search terms report at the very beginning campaign. So it's always important.
It's a huge piece. So How do your guys do the search terms now?
Normally we are dealing with an standard search terms in the
Yeah,
Google Ads.
basic stuff.
Yeah, very basic
cool.
stuff. We are using Excel sheet and Google Ads screen.
Yeah, this will definitely speed it up for you.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave you a free license. Check that out and
Of
go
course.
through it. Let me know what you think, and anything you could
Yeah.
think of that we can add to it too. Especially,
Mhm.
I'm always asking users like, tell me what you guys wanted to
Yeah,
do.
just I'm very interested with creating automatic ad groups from relevant keywords.
Yes,
Keyword groups. Yeah.
that's going to be rolled out too.
And this is my thing.
Yeah, that's going to be rolled out in the AI features
Yeah.
after the competitor list builder is going to be,
Mhm.
I call it instant ad grouper, where essentially,
Yeah.
like I showed you, just paste the keywords in. It will then split them up using ChatGPT into relevant ad groups that you can download the whole ad groups if you want, and it will be able to import them in the correct format right into your Google Ads campaign. It'll put all the keywords, all the match types for each ad group all in there. Or you can do it ad group by ad group and copy them, whatever you want to do.
Because this directly affects the quality score.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
And the way so I tried to do it without AI. I really did. And I had my team going through, and I could not get it to work the way I wanted it to work. And I wasn't going to roll it out if I wasn't going to use it. So I had to pump the brakes on it, and I have to use AI to get it to work correctly. The way I group keywords is very different than most people. I group them in very, very tightly themed themes, right? Like I'm not using broad intent stuff. I'm using only high intent keywords. And I think it's really important that you group them correctly, or else you're going to have really shitty quality scores, which is problematic because then you're paying more money.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
No, it's a very good feature and very good tool, just focusing for one thing, but very important thing about Google search ads.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, I love it. It's fun.
Yeah, because always the dealing with the keywords, to this something negative keyword list building, positive keyword list building can be tough without something like that.
It is, and it's like I said, we've been using a very rudimentary version of it in our agency for years until we finally developed this. But yeah, it's awesome. I love using it. It's addicting.
And it's just beginning. In the next time, you will have new specifications, new features. So with the maps from the competitors and with the ad group things, so this will be much better. Yeah,
be cool. I'm excited to see what else I can put into it, right? And it really depends on everyone using it. Whatever they want to do is what I'm going to add to it. The more people we get, the more ideas we're going to get to make it better and build more things into it.
Yeah. So guys, if you are looking to use some tools to deal with your very huge search terms report, then you can give it a try.
There you go. Love it. Cool. So what else you got going on, man? It's Tuesday. No, today's Wednesday.
This Wednesday.
I'm losing track of all the time here. It's starting to get nice out around here, right? I'm in Pennsylvania, so it's like 80 degrees today. And
80 degrees? Oh,
now I don't work anymore.
So today was pretty good in here.
Yeah.
And I think it is similar. Summer is coming.
Yeah.
So actually, what can I say? I just did some campaigns at the earlier time and just joined some Zoom calls and then continue with crazy Google search terms reports things.
Yeah, all day long. That's when the sun comes out, man. I'm just like, I don't want to work
it's very
today.
Important thing. You should be careful if your CPC is $30, $50. You should be very careful about your search terms report.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to miss some opportunities, or we don't want to waste our money with negative search terms.
Yes. Yeah. So a lot of the big niches where this tool is extremely useful is like plumbing, HVAC, electricians, all that kind of stuff, where if you get a competitor term come in, or just a how-to term, a do-it-yourself term, I mean, that's like $40 a click. That's wasted. So especially if it's a competitor name too. I mean, that's ridiculous, because then it just pisses your client off, which then is going to be mad at you.
I think one of the very important strategy is now keyword match types are changed for the last 2-3 years by Google. So we can just start to use some phrase match keywords and start to see some of the search terms are bringing us very good conversions with the cheap one. So we can add them as a positive keyword and increase our ROAS.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I think honestly, I'm bullish on Google Ads in the future. I really am. I think that they're going to get much better. I think they haven't done a great job with like the PMAX stuff, and I don't really run PMAX, especially for lead gen, only because the leads are the quality's just not good, and they're out of location and all of that stuff. So I think if they can just figure out that piece and just listen to what all the users are telling them, I think it could be an amazing tool in the future going forward for search.
Yeah.
You know, they already got shopping's amazing. Like it's, you know,
I agree with you.
It's really great. I mean,
because Google search ads are always here, and still with Google search ads, we can deal with our campaign without algorithms or something.
Yeah.
Of course, there's algorithm, but we can select where we would like to show our ads.
Yep.
So still, this is a very powerful thing.
I think that Google Ads is going to be amazing when somebody creates a tool with AI that will just crank out landing pages and then auto A/B test them for you. That will be cool, because then your only job becomes sending traffic, which is the fun part, right? Everyone loves building the campaigns and getting the traffic good. The biggest pain in the ass part is, all right, Google's good, our landing page is not working. We got to figure out why, and then you have to diagnose and troubleshoot and go through and change and tweak and A/B test, and that's kind of a pain in the ass. But I guarantee you, in the next 5 years, somebody is going to come up with it, and it's going to be something that's going to be a game changer.
I guarantee you that after 10 years, we will still be do some landing page like manual way. Before 10 years, I can say this same to you. And from now on, for the future, I can say same.
We'll have flying cars.
See, wherever, somewhere in here, we will see flying Tesla cars or kind of. But still, we will deal with Google search ads, websites, landing pages.
You're
this
probably
is not ending,
I know. I'm trying to be so bullish on it.
Always, there will be some manual things.
Yeah. They just gotta fix and one of the biggest things, and I'm sure you guys go through this all the time as well. Clients come to us, they're like, listen, I got 2 calls today that were way outside my location. And I'm like, it's because the traffic's coming from mobile, and their mobile targeting algorithm location algorithm is not 100%. There's nothing we can do about it. We already have all those.
For example, you are going from Connecticut to the New Jersey. And somewhere you just went through from the New York. I don't know why. But then your phone starting to see something from Manhattan. Then because they are thinking your phone just passed away. So why not? Let's show something.
And we try, and during our sales process too, in our agency, we always try to work that in. Like, hey, listen, there are going to be leads that call location. It's not us. There's nothing we can do about it. We try to minimize as much as possible with location exclusions, and where we're choosing presence in and all that stuff. But there's only so much we can do. So you're going to have to this is at the cost of running Google Ads.
Rob, so many times I'm excluding everywhere in the world. Sometimes if clients very serious, So sometimes I think, of course, you too. So because sometimes client is asking for it, and we are excluding everywhere. Yeah. One by one, states, countries, everywhere. So we can make sure we are not showing up in other place.
Yeah, for sure. It's crazy. It's crazy that you even have to do that, to be honest. But a big thing that we're doing now too is the localized exclusions, where it's like we have the target areas and we kind of butt up right around them, but not have them overlap, because then it causes problems.
Yes.
So we're doing a lot of that. And Facebook again, so we just did a call in our school last week with Advantage. I guess they're forcing Advantage Plus now on everyone. So that's problematic.
Advantage Plus and Performance Max is a risky keywords, I think. So how? If your account has not any advantage from the manual results, then there is no plus. Advantage Plus is not like that. So Performance Max, if in your account there is not reasonable conversion history performance, then it's not maxing. There's no maximizing.
There's no plus. There's nothing to do.
There's no plus or no max. So without results, it's not working. Always we are saying like that. If you are interested to start Google Ads, your only way is start with Google search. Direct start with video ads or display. You can try, but there is a thing. The Google search is the best way to build some conversions, and your account can learn from these results, and then you can scale with other campaign types.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But
that's what
PMX is a different kind of the world, So I'm saying I will do something and you don't have any control, Erdi. Are you right? This is PMX. I will do something.
I'll do whatever I want and you can't stop. That's what it is. So the way we teach everyone in our community to do it is you start off with max clicks or manual CPC, and then get conversion signals, conversion data, then you flip to a TCP or max conversion. That usually works really, really well. In our agency, that's what we do as well. Manual CPC, I only rarely use it, only because we have some clients who are just like, let's go.
I think now it's the king is max clicks, right? Are you
Yeah,
agree with
yeah.
me? Yeah.
Yep.
Why? Because when they changed the keyword match types and close variants came, so
Yep.
manual CPC died, and our new
Yep.
big friend is max clicks.
Absolutely. Yep.
Before that, I think you all, of course, remember we weren't use max clicks because we were using manual CPC before that.
Yep.
Then when close variants came, we started to use max clicks because this is the only way.
Exactly. And they keep changing the game, which is annoying.
Yeah.
I don't expect that to end anytime soon. So.
Yeah, TCPA is another big game. We can talk later on about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's a big
TCPA
strategy.
and high CPCs, you know?
Yeah. We use that a lot. Like TCPA, we use a lot. So there's
many times I'm using TCPA with a portfolio bid strategy. I'm adding some max CPC things.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
I tried that.
Just trying to do. Sometimes campaigns are allowing that. And I love why. Because, in the PMAX, you can see $80 per click or $100 per click outside of your keyword cost.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's happening in the competition. So I'd like to give a maximum limit for the CPC, and still I'm using target CPA.
Yeah, that's smart. That's a good idea.
Trying my chance,
Yeah, for sure. We only run PMAX for right now, at least. We're only running PMAX for retargeting campaigns, which works really well, like insanely well. I can't recommend that enough.
Why? I agree with you completely. And why? Because PMAX works based on customer journey generation. PMAX focusing to create some customer journey between placements. Customers can see you from YouTube. They can just see from the news website. They can see you again in the other display placement. If there is a journey, then PMAX is focusing to that and optimizing. That's why in the e-commerce, PMAX is almost everything now. One of my clients with making, this is our record in this year. They are making 67x ROAS with PMAX.
Holy shit. That's crazy.
Yeah. Crazy. They are jewelry store. Skincare guys. They are selling something skincare, and jewelry guys are doing 20x with the PMAX.
Wow.
But there is a thing. They wait for 3-5 months until this campaign optimized for these journeys.
Yeah. It just takes time. You're right. You're right. You're 100%
and investing your money.
Yeah. No, it takes time. And the biggest and it goes for those types of businesses. It really is any kind of business. Any kind of automated bidding strategy, you got to have conversion signals, and you have to have time. The biggest thing is when someone comes to our agency and they're like, well, we need this in 30 days. And I'm like, no. That's not how it works. It's not a switch you flip on and you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. There's no any guaranteed ways. The only thing, the almost guaranteed thing, you can use Google search ads. Of course, it's expensive, but you can limit when you will show ads, where you will show ads. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a wild ROAS, man. That's
the
jewelry store, right? You guys use YouTube ads at all?
Of course. We are talking YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever, everything. Because we are dealing with the messaging. Otherwise, everything is a platform. For example, one of our clients is doing very good thing with Bing ads, Microsoft ads.
Yeah.
The same Google search campaign you can download and export to the
right over.
It's working like this. So when I found the Google search is working pretty well, just copying it to the Bing and test with $20 a day, and it's almost 90% working always.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't done Bing ads in forever.
Yeah. Really? Not used?
No, we haven't. Not in a long time. We don't. Not because we don't have anything against Bing. It's just nobody's ever asked for them.
Yeah, just very little part of people is using that, of course. But
it's a certain
little part making your CPC 100 times cheaper sometimes.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially if it's blended with Google and all the other stuff.
Yeah, in the Google it's $40. In the Bing it's very cheap. But still, if something works, then it works in Bing. So you cannot start to Bing directly without Google. It's not like that. Your campaign should.
You know what? That's actually I should probably tweak Keyword Me to make sure it does Bing too. Then. Because right now it only does Google Ads. That's a good idea, actually. I will do that.
You found another thing. Thumbs up.
There you go.
Good. So it's happening. And with the PMAX retargeting, I'm very fond of to do that because I think also you are doing. Because, in some niches, like in the hatchback, your cost per lead on the search can be $200 or $100.
Yeah.
But with the PMAX, you can decrease it to the 30, 50, kind of.
Yep, absolutely. And then you can show the client too. It's like, listen, it's a blended average here. Your lead cost is $80. It may be 225 in search, but the retargeting is so cheap it brings it back down. But we need the search to feed the retargeting, and it's a big loop you have to keep doing.
And if they are focusing just one city or 2-3 cities maximum, the PMAX can dominate the locations.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
you can be on everywhere with your ads.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And anytime a client was like, "Oh, well, I want to do more. I want more leads," and let's say they're in their market and they have like a really high impression share, I'll be like, the first thing I do is like, let's go remarketing. Let's set it up right now.
And I can say many people are not using YouTube ads directly.
No,
so I love to using YouTube ads, and my strategy is like that: get first 50, 100 conversions from the Google search, and then jump to YouTube ads with your best headline messaging or kind of things without crazy offers or something. Just I'm selecting some channels on the YouTube. So not showing my ads to the entire YouTube because YouTube Kids and everything is in here, but I'm selecting some channels, and it's working very well for every time.
So do you for your school, do you run YouTube ads?
No, I'm mainly in the Facebook and Google.
Yeah, me too.
I think my ads are showing in the school, showing in the YouTube also, but they are not created for the YouTube.
Yeah.
Only.
Yeah. I haven't tested it. Some people, man, there's just some people who just swear by YouTube ads for lead gen. I just I've never cracked it internally for ourselves. It's great for like I said, remarketing campaigns, retargeting campaigns, whatever. It works good if you set them up through PMAX, but just a straight up YouTube campaign, I haven't got it to work.
What can I say? There was an automotive client from the YouTube before 5 years, kind of. They were from Chicago and they were selling something for the trucks, heavy duty trucks.
Yeah.
And their ads was performing pretty well in the He-Man's channel. He-Man, right? He-Man coming from our house. So this was working pretty well because heavy duty truck drivers was watching it.
That's funny.
So I don't have any deal with that. I like it. Yeah, another 100K revenue. Okay, of course, come here.
That's wild.
So this is why I'm always adding YouTube things to my strategy, but I'm not doing something blind on the YouTube with all channels or all kind of things.
Yeah.
Just selecting the channels.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because, if somebody looking for how you can get solutions for this, then channels are already here. They are, of course, touching at least one of them.
Yeah, and it's cheap.
Yeah,
cheap
because
really cheap.
Competitors are not in here. They are dealing within search.
Yeah, it's wild. And I do like, and we never did Facebook in our agency for so long. Only until about 2 years ago we started doing it, and it's just like when you use like a conditional logic in the forms or like the messages or whatever, like it makes the lead quality like 1,000 times better. And I don't even know how people don't do that. I see people come to us all the time for other agencies. And they're like, I got 190 leads last month.
Ask at least 1, 2, 3 questions before it's their email and phone.
Yeah, you got to pre-qualify them for sure.
Yeah,
we even have the first questions a pre-qualifier to even advance, right? And it's just like, hey, are you interested in a quote for XYZ? If not, the lead dies. If yes, it moves down.
Rather than qualifying, my another strategy is make you hot to buy from me. So you'll see, hey, Erdi is not trying to qualify me. So Erdi is interesting with me. So let's continue. Another thing is, I'm not asking you how much revenue monthly you have or kind of. I'm asking you when you need it or why you need it. What's happening? What's your challenge?
Yeah.
And this caring, this real caring, bring me so many clients in it.
Absolutely. I mean, it's important, right, to be authentic and be yourself. And
because
I think that's
a little bit respect game. We should show respect to our leads, and then our leads can show us the respect.
Yes, I agree.
Otherwise, ghosting is always here.
Like we started our ClickSki channel like 10 years ago, and it started out with a lot of how-to trainings and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and it turned into like all kinds of crazy things. But that's a big channel. Like my personal channel, I only started it in like last October. So I mean, it's going good though. It's like growing nicely. It's on pace for my goals and stuff. But it's all about just providing value and being authentic and being who you are. And I feel like people get cheesy and salesy. I don't think that's a good strategy.
Yes, I see a lot of that. We are just showing, hey guys, this is the rope. The rope is doing something very good in the ClickSki. Then, if you like the work, you can give it a try.
Absolutely.
Hey, this is Erdi from Decocre. If you like the work, if you like these results, give it a try.
Exactly.
And otherwise, no need to have some crazy offers guaranteed. You know, in the market, there's a get your next 10 clients in 30 days or no money. It's not, you know, everybody knows this offer for the last 5 years. Who cares?
Alex Hormozy, man, he came in and screwed everything up. He screwed everything up.
Like
now it's finally starting to die off.
Yeah, Hormozy is a good guy, but this deal isn't here, you know?
I'll get you plumbing leads or I'll pay you $10,000. Like, okay, well, you can make that offer. I'm not making that offer.
Yeah, but the offering was a little bit old. I think new style should be messaging and talk. There is a solution. There is a real thing.
Yeah.
It's not crazy stuff. There is not too good to be true thing. This is real. This is here. If you're interested in it, give me a try.
Yep.
And it's up to you.
All of our marketing for our agency, for my own stuff, for tools I build is all direct response. Like, hey, listen, you need this. I've done this. Here's how I've done it. Here, look behind the curtain. Here's how I did it. I can do it for you too. And that's really it.
There is no any backdoor or something.
Yeah. I'm not trying to like sell anybody. I'm just showing you I know what I'm doing and I can do it if you want. And we can have a conversation. That's really it. And it seems like your stuff is all the same as well. Just like very like, hey, here's what I did.
Transparency is giving us a good experience and showing that we have authority about our information and knowledge.
Yeah.
Because this transparency comes from we know what we do.
Yeah. Yep. It's just years of doing it. So it's, you know.